why I am no longer dating. So I am choosing not to date. I am choosing not to date. And for someone like myself who's been chasing women, chasing females for over 2 decades, okay, that's more than 20 years. I can assure you that being alone and being single without looking for sex or without saying that you just want something casual or you just want to have fun is a place that most humans need to be in their lifetime, men and women. Now, I'm not going to go into the depths of men's perspective, woman's perspective, and all those things because I believe that could and should be another topic. But this is just a genuine post here on why I am just not dating, right? And how I've gotten to that point. And I'm just wondering if people are going through this as well. I can assure you that I am very mindful of my journey. That is why I know what's right for me at this moment. After spending, since being, I guess, 8 years old, 7 year old, in elementary school, even in just earlier years when I was 6, 5, I remember what it was like to have my first crush. I remember being like 7 or 8, having little school fairs and wanting, my mom to buy something for this cute girl that I had a crush on. And I realized that that was the start of it all. And along that, from being 8 years old, a very young boy, you spend so much time pursuing people outside of you guys, and it's sad, and genuinely, it's actually heartbreaking when you realize that in this lifetime, you just spend so much of it pursuing and chasing people. And in this case, I'm a man pursuing and chasing females. And all out of it, it's made me a better man, yes, up until this moment, but I've been broken, man. I've been damaged. I've gotten my heart broken many times. I've played females too. I take accountability for the journey that I've been up to, but it's like waking up to that, right? Waking up to all that devotion that you've been giving your whole life. And it's not about things not working out to look back in hindsight to say, oh, I regret this, or talking down on women. It's nothing about that, man. It's just a genuine contentment at this point to realize that on my journey, I just was chasing women my whole life. Even though I had good things going on in between, it's always been this need for a female in my life. And especially men, man. Men, we deep down all want that. We want to be in a relationship. We want to have a woman in our life. And a lot of us wind up going down that route of being casual, of having multiple women, and getting our heart broken and being out there fucking around, being promiscuous. And as society says, especially a lot of content with like red pill stuff and things in the status quo, right, is having a lot of females shows that you have more status, or that because you're on your mission or because you're on your purpose, that you should have females in your life, and that you should be able to date and court a woman and take her out and have fun while you're still on your mission, while you're still on your journey. I don't believe that to be true any longer, because this is a decision, man. This is a true, genuine decision and devotion to myself at this moment. I don't need a female anymore. I mean, genuinely, for real, I'm being honest. And I realize there's so many other men speaking about this. I'm really actually at a place in my life that's taken me 2 decades, bro, 20 years, to get to a place to be like, yo, all along, I just had to redirect things back into myself, to realize a lot of the reasons why I've been with unhealthy women is because of the things happening within me. I've been manipulated, I've been deceived, I've been cheated on. And it wasn't until my last relationship that I realized, like, yo, I need some time to heal at this moment in my life, first off, from that, right? But even just a cluster of things that are happening within me, like, I really put my life aside for a woman. I don't want to say my mission and my purpose, because I believe that we have multiple missions and purposes, but overall, in the grand scheme, I literally put the things that I was pursuing, and again, possibly potentially stepping into more deeper purposes and missions, I put these things aside for women. And no wonder why I've been spinning my wheels. And I've gotten to this place now where I'm not spinning my wheels no more. So there's not one single person that could tell me otherwise, to be like, oh bro, well, you know, you're a good looking dude, or this, you should be able to have women, you should be able to know how to treat women, or you should be able to know how to entertain women and how to lead women while you're going through this. Nah, man, not everybody needs to do that. Genuinely speaking, I'm at a good place right now. Why would I continuously keep going in cycles to be with women? At this point in my life, sex is not important. If all I'm getting from sex is a woman, it's not good for me no more, right? It's empty. So a beautiful woman doesn't do nothing for me. It's what's happening inside of her that's most important. To know if she is going to be in alignment to my life and my journey, if she genuinely and truly believes in God and practices that, if she really takes care of herself, she has a good relationship with her family and friends, what she does in her spare time, how she spends her time. It's so easy to talk about what you're looking for in people. You know, what are the things you're looking for? Everybody has a whole array of things, like 20, 30 things of what you're looking for in a person. But for me, I realized that I was looking for things in all the wrong places. And I was really with low quality women that had a lot of baggage, that were just monkey branching continuously, cycling guys. And that's the problem that I see, and that's why I'm choosing not to date at this moment. Real talk, my last relationship, the last person I was with did the same thing. Literally just disposed me and was already fucking around with somebody else. And I'm not talking shit about nobody, and you know, that's somebody's life now. That's somebody else's girls at this moment. That's somebody else's turn, as they say. And I don't mean that in like a sexual way. I'm just saying that's another guy's turn at her. And I realized for me, man, I'm good, bro. I'm actually really good on the journey right now. I've never felt this much peace in my life. And I already shed a lot of tears for it, because I've just never felt this fucking peace before, man. I never realized what I was really battling with, man. And spending time alone and not pursuing any woman and not dating has been such a hard thing to even do. It's been such a hard thing to even come to terms with and face and make that decision. And guys, I don't want to waste time no more, man. I don't, you know. I got a relationship more than a year ago, and in between that, I've went on a couple of dates already. That's why I'm talking about it. I was already meeting women, and I met a couple of women that were actually pretty cool. But real talk, I started to see the same type of things happening too quickly, and I didn't want that. I don't want to be a part of that. You know, and that's a very important thing for a man, to be in a position where he's not leading with sex, to realize that after the first or second date, if you see telltale signs of things that you have already been through, stop fucking around to find out. Know your worth, bro. Like, if something's not working, tell shorty right away. Tell her right away, man, it's not working out. I'm not feeling this. And move on with your life. You don't got to save people, man. And even for women, you could do the same thing with men. Women should be single for a time, guys. I'm going to be real with y'all. Statistics show it, and there's evidence and proof showing that women sleep around more than men, yet every woman acts like they don't. There's a lot of good women out here, though. Let me just disclaim this. This video is not about me. As y'all see already, I've been talking for like 10 minutes. I'm not putting women down. I'm not disrespecting women. I have the absolute most respect for women. And I get along with mad females. I have female friends. I don't want nobody to think I'm making this video to be like, oh, he's a hermit. He can't talk to women, or he can't. No, I can. I have great relationships with females. I'm just not dating. I'm not dating. If I'm not looking to seriously be long-term or be married with somebody, I'm not dating. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm not dating because I have that intent. So at this moment, I am shaping myself to be the best man I could be. And I don't need a woman in my life. And that's why I'm choosing to not date. It is so liberating and freeing, man. A lot of men can't speak like this, because every man needs some type of validation with the woman. Or a lot of men are still masturbating. A lot of men are still looking for sex. I've talked to a couple of guys over the last couple of months, and I understand the struggles. That's why I'm speaking about it, is that a lot of men have this understanding and knowing that they're tired of living that life, but they're finding it hard to get out of it. But yeah, here I am, man, in Puerto Rico, drinking a coffee in the morning. It's like 7:15 in the morning. And I realized that I'm just choosing not to date. I'm happy with that. You feel me? It's not even just a feeling no more. It's an actual contentment. And to me, that's a great place for a man to be in when he spends his whole life. When men spend their whole life chasing women. It ain't even like pursuing no more, like chasing. It's the ego thing, man. It's validation that a lot of men are seeking. And a lot of good men are being played from it as well. You know? So there will come a time and place where I will choose to date again. But at this moment, it's just not it. I haven't dated nobody or been with anybody for almost 4 months now, and it was hard. It's hard not to like feel like a month has gone by and you feel pretty good about yourself, or that you feel like you're in alignment, and you say, hey man, like, you know, I'm gonna get on the dating app real quick, or girl at the gym, let me go walk up to her and see what's up. But once you get past that and you're practicing celibacy, which is another thing, and you're devoted to that, guys, these are strong words: devotion, commitment, dedication. Don't let nobody tell you any differently, man. You don't have to work hard at certain periods of your life to be better with women, or to pursue women, or to have women in your life by the multiples, man. Being a grounded man, 10 toes by yourself first, and I mean deeply rooted, to where you are convicted in it, you can stand on your own, that's where you need to be. You don't need to be fucking around with multiple women, man. You don't need to be doing that. You don't need to be watching these videos of these gurus talking about that, man. Be with you and God first. Okay, I see so many videos of guys, like certain guys. I'm about to be 32, and I see guys that are in their early 20s just pounding information. You need to be on your mission. You need to be on your purpose. Listen, I get it. That's what's up. But a lot of these guys are going to face different truths, and I'm speaking mine at this moment. A lot of these youngsters are going to come around to find out the truth in things. There's layers to truth, but it's only what you believe to be true in your life. So if you're out here chasing the mission and on the purpose and on the grind, but you're out here getting multiple women and having sex all the time as a man, and thinking that that's making you look like you have status, that's an illusion, and it's okay. I understand it. I see the world, guys. I see the world physically. I see what they're putting out there. Men need more stronger men to guide them. We don't at this moment need young boys teaching other boys how to be men. We need real men that have been through it. So as I study men now, and I study people that have gone through relationships, a lot of men in their 50s and 60s, I'm taking note. I'm taking note of their journey and their wise words. And the same thing here for women, guys. Women need actual, strong, devoted women to guide them, because a lot of women lacked that their whole childhood. So this is why, like, boys, young boys like myself, teenagers, we're out here, young men, 20s, pursuing and chasing and running after all the women they could get. And the moment they find a beautiful girl that gives them attention, they try to grasp on and hold her and save her and change her into something, or whatever it is, right? Positive or negative, whatever the journey is for you. And then you got females that's been getting pursued their whole life since they were little girls, telling them that they're a princess. So they got a whole illusion, right? They're not living in real reality, realistically, what love requires and what they need to do as a woman as well. So nowadays, I wake up, I pray, I go to work, I read throughout the day, I go to the gym. I'm focusing on investing. I'm focusing more on my YouTube channel. Working on aligning myself more to my goals and the man that I know I'm supposed to be in this life. And I'm dialing in on my virtues and my devotion to myself. I'm connecting with the world more. I'm stepping more into the decisions that I know are right. And in return, guys, it's making me feel prosperous and abundant. And that's a sure sign for you that if you're on the right path. So as we talk about men on the mission, on the purpose, don't get so lost in that, everybody. To all my men, don't get so lost and preoccupied on trying to find your mission and purpose, because that's you running more away from your purpose, y'all. Instead, why don't you look at your life? Why don't you look at what you're caught up in? Look at who you're dating, multiple or one. Look at who you're having sex with. Look at where your attention and where your energy is going. A lot of the times, the reason why a lot of men find it hard to find and be aligned to their mission is because they have too many distractions and vices, and they're also lacking the spiritual essence of themselves. They're lacking the spiritual relationship, okay? And your ego could be coming in the way as well. So in order for you to tap into God's given gift and to awaken to more callings and be more creative, it's going to be hard for you to do that when you got too much shit going on that's caught up in it as well. So if you are dating, man or woman, and you have somebody that's good and you have somebody that's actually genuinely special and is doing the right thing, then great, God bless you, and keep doing the right thing, you know. But if you're like me and you've gotten to a place where you're making a decision not to date, it's very rewarding, you know, and it's actually very peaceful. I'm getting more things done in my life. And that's another sign to me, you know. I'm getting way more ahead than I ever thought I can be. I've healed way much more than I thought I could ever heal. And it's never been like a process of, I need to be healed in a month, or I need to be here in a year. Yes, I set goals and timelines for me to achieve, but right now I realize that I never felt this sense of peace and contentment within myself to be able to really be alone, but also to have great relationships around me with my friends, with my family, with strangers, guys. Like, I meet strangers all the time. I'm out in nature a lot. I'm connected now more than ever. So really being single and not dating was probably one of the best things that I had to do for my life for so long. And also walking away from unhealthy, toxic women. That was my issue as well, because it brings out both of those messes within us both, you feel me? So like I said, reverting back to the beginning, this video is not about putting women down and not saying like F women and, you know, you need to be a man and do you. This video is just my expression of, man, like, just reasons why I'm not dating right now. As y'all see, I'm good. I'm so good, man. It's taken me so long to be at this place. I'm looking forward to, in an optimistic way, finding someone special. You know, the world tells you, you know, don't fall in love, especially guys, like, don't ever love a woman. I see it to be very different, man. When you do this work and you're on your journey and you're taking care of yourself, you know what you want in this lifetime. And ultimately, I want to be a father, you feel me? I want to have a family. And I'm going to be real with you. There's men that can't relate to that. There's men that don't want that. There's men that are poisoned to believe that they can't be that. There's men that just say, you know, F woman, I ain't never going to have a kid. All this baby mama shit. Whatever, man. Everybody's journey is very different. I know for me, I want to have a family. I was born to have a family. I was born to have a little child. I was born to have a little Lucas, right? Or a little daughter, man. I was born to bring a soul and a human into this planet. And the biggest thing here that for me that I'm seeing is like, I'm really just praying that I find the right good woman for that. You feel me? Because really, when you look at it, when the kids are all older, you're gonna be with your partner still. And that's not a scary thought for me. It's just something that I think about, that I just ultimately, I need to make sure that I am with a good woman. And right now I'm navigating through my life and my compass to where I realize that as long as a man, I'm 10 toes down, I'm convicted, I have integrity, I have a strong belief system and values and virtue, and I'm a good man. Even if women come into my life I had already started doing it. That's why I'm talking about it. I can vet them and just tell them like, yo, this shit ain't working out. Yo, you don't have a place in my life because of all these things. You know what I mean? I have went on a couple of dates already. And one thing about me is I give off that boyfriend vibe, you feel me? I'm very genuine, I'm very straight up, I'm very direct, and females love being around me because I bring value, you know? I bring value to people's life. And I realized that there's been so many women that I realized this really wasn't bringing value to me. So that wasn't working out because I realized that this is not gonna be something that's good for the future for me. If I already see in the beginning that you don't bring any type of value, you don't know how to talk, you don't know how to have an intellectual conversation, you need to be stimulated all the time. Like, I'm not out here to entertain females no more, man. I'm not out here to run a show for females. I'm not doing it. I'm just genuinely not doing it because I realize that that's all I've been doing. I feel that people that complain in videos like this, where all you're hearing is complaining and victim mentality, I see tons of females doing this shit. And again, to me, that's one of the issues that I see with the female nature is just complaining and playing victim their whole life. And I've seen so many videos of women complaining about not finding a good man or men not approaching them or actually putting men down. And I see that and I'm like, that's obviously one side of things, but there's also good women that are waiting for a good man, that are doing the right thing. And then I see men that are out here whining and complaining about just like putting women down, F women, women ain't shit, I'm a man, I'm this, like all this alpha bullshit too. And I'm like, sometimes this shit is just like a fucking circus, man. And you watch all this shit and you're like, bro, people are lost, people are confused, people are not taking care of themselves, but people want to complain and play victim. And as you see in this video, man, I'm just speaking my journey. I'm just speaking my truth, you know? I'm speaking where I'm at in my life right now. Full accountability to be like, yo, you know what, man? I got my heart broken 3 times in my life. The last time, that shit did me wrong, man. That shit did me wrong, but genuinely overall, you don't hold a bitter heart, you feel me? And that's what happens to a lot of people. You get broken so many times that you just stop loving. And I don't mean loving people, you stop loving yourself. So you'll see many truths in this life, man. We all get to this one place. It's like that final walkthrough, man. It's that like the final walkthrough where God has shown you everything. God has already given you the messages. You already knew what you should be doing, but you've been postponing. You've been acting a fool for too long. I've been that fool. Not no more. Genuinely, not no more. Guys, I'm months in. I'm months in talking about this. This is not just some awakening. This is not just a week of not dating, a week of not having sex. I'm months into this, which is where I feel men and women need to be. So quick to date so many people. If something don't work out with one person, well, guess what? There's a millions of other options. There's plenty of fish in the sea. This is what keeps people astray and far away from themselves and actually doing the work that's needed. You know how many people y'all can't be alone? Men and women? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. I'm not even wasting my energy on this video to talk about things that are really not important. Like, I'm not out here to talk shit. I'm not out here to whine and complain because I could say so much. It's just the truth, man. Like, stop bouncing around dating people. Yo, for men, stop thinking that having multiple women are cool. It's not cool, bro. Genuinely, nobody fucking cares, man. If you're not good with yourself as a man, and you should know this by now, if you have those inner talks and you have those inner demons, you're not good with yourself, stop thinking that woman is going to make you look better or make you feel better. It's not. You're either going to be too far strung along with women, that you're too sprung, and as they say, you're too simpy, where you don't know how to walk away, or you're doing too much for the wrong woman. And for females, stop bouncing around to multiple men. Y'all do this all the time. You get out of a relationship with fucking Joe, you blame Joe for the whole relationship, and you got Michael ready to be lined up. And Michael don't even know what he's getting into because you're monkey branching. Or the whole shit about like men ain't shit, men can't provide, where's all the masculine men? Bro, they're here, bro. They're here at the beach. They're here at the gas station. They're here at the Costco's. They're here at the gym. It's just that you're too shallow. You're too superficial. You're too low vibrational as a woman to not be able to align to good men, because we see that. Somebody needs to tell y'all this, man. So somebody needs to tell men and women the truth here. Guys, I'm at a different level of peace. I'm choosing not to date. And everybody says, I'm going to focus on me, I'm going to do me. What does that look like, man? Don't be out here saying that you're doing you and this is a season of growth when you out here getting drunk, when you out here fucking sleeping around, when you out here going on mad dates all the time. For what? For what? It ain't even just about the money, y'all. It's not about the money. It's about your time spent. What are you looking for? Some people are actually in a really good place in their life where they have their career that they're happy with. They're making the money they want. They have a good relationship with God. They have good things going on, but they're lacking that intimacy, that companionship, that partner. I get it, but just be careful about that too. It's okay to go out and date. It's okay to go out and have fun. But when things ain't working out, stop blaming people. Stop blaming people, man. You gotta be okay by yourself for some time. You know? Guys, it's taken me a long time to get to this place in my life. I'm at a different level of peace, and I genuinely hope that a lot of people stay through this whole video, because I believe that a lot of people can find more peace in hearing people like me speak about their journey of dating. As being social creatures and dating and having relationships is such an important part of our life. Yes, having a partner, having great relationships. This is no different from vetting friends, guys. You know, as I'm speaking about dating of the opposite sex or the same sex, having friends is no different. How many of us had toxic friends? How many of us have been manipulated by friends? How many of us are outgrowing our friendships, guys? It's the same concept. It's the same thing. So this video is about choosing to date women. And in that journey, in this 4 months, bro, I have women looking at me everywhere, man. I'm taking care of myself. My swag is on another level. I acknowledge women, you know, like their beauty and whatever. I told you, I have conversations with females still. But in my heart, in my eyes, I'm not lustful no more in that way. I'm not needing a woman to validate how I look, how I talk, how I act. And I realize in that, women give me those looks everywhere I go, bro. Everywhere I go, I get the same looks. Women are attracted to me. All right, and I just want to put that out here, guys. I'm 6'2", I got a pretty good job. I'm definitely finding my way in my life right now. I'm not even gonna front. I'm genuinely focused on, as they say, my missions or purpose. I'm aligning myself. I'm taking risk. I'm exploring more of the world and my journey. I'm trying to change careers at this moment. So I have a lot going on, and this is what I'm saying, guys. This is the perfect place for a man to be. It's a hard chapter. It's a hard journey. But not dating and not being involved in any woman, like even if a woman came into my life and she was really good, obviously it would have happened if it did. But with me not pursuing and going hard to really want that or need that, I found that level of peace that now I can navigate freely on my own. And trust me when I say, don't let anybody tell you that you need somebody in your life. That speaking like this is not good, it's not healthy. It is healthy, it's great, it's amazing. It's amazing. I have great relationships in my life. I'm just choosing not to date. I have great friendships, guys. Getting out of my last relationship has shown me so much of what I needed for me. And in that, I've met X amount of great men now that are like lifelong friends in a year, right? I've met about 3 or 4 guys that are like bros now. Getting out of that relationship, I actually know how to speak to women now. I really know how to treat women. I know how to go about women in general because I'm studying and learning. And getting out that relationship, the first couple of months, yeah, I was doing a lot of the opposite of what I'm talking about, guys. But I had to awaken to that, and that's why I'm saying, when you go through the journey and it's been months to where you actually changed your ways, I realized like I was trying to heal out that relationship, but I'm not saying I was out here having sex like that in that way where I was out and I was low and I was just trying to fill a void. I was just really, I was unhappy with me, man. And I entertained a couple of females, and I realized even going out on a date or even have somebody to talk to, once a day and hang out, link up, it just was completely emptying, man. And then that's when I felt like God was really trying to point back inwards to be like, dude, you don't need women right now. Like, stop what you're doing, and take some time, man. Like, let me help you heal. And to me, that's like a true man right there, to be able to do that, to be like, you're right, have those inner dialogues with God and yourself and your thoughts and your own demons, to be like, yo, enough is enough, bro. So I embarked on that journey, and I'm so happy I did. And it wasn't easy, man, but I have like a new profound sense of life, and I do believe out of this that I'm going to meet more women, and there'll come a time and a place where I will start to date. It could be at any moment, right? But right now I know that there's no space for that, guys. There's really no space for that. And I'm really thankful about that and this journey so far. So I'm going to end out on this. Remember, it's never too late to start over. And sometimes you're going to have to start with where you're at. It's never too late to start taking care of yourself. And it's never too late to start to realign or redirect your energy and pour back into yourself and allow God to do his work for you. And sometimes that comes with us being alone and spending time in solitude and enjoying life without dating, without having to always be out doing everything with everyone. So on that note, your boy's going into that Puerto Rican Ocean. One love.